All right, boys.
Mm-hmm.
In light of Fuiz's team, a certain player has left them and gone to Real Madrid. Arguably every player's dream.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got a lot of booze, got a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Traitor, Judas, blah blah.
Yeah.
So it got us thinking. Like, obviously, arguably the biggest traitor move in history is Figo.
Yeah.
But what about some more Prem related ones?
Yeah.
So we've compiled a list. Each one of us has compiled a list. We've got our top 10 Premier League related traitors of all time.
Yeah. So it doesn't need to be from a Prem team to a Prem team.
Yeah.
Could be left the Prem and then it's come back to the Prem, or just left the Prem in general.
Yeah.
I've got.
Okay.
Obviously joining us today, we've got the dynamic duo, SCS's very own, Liban and Fu. Thank you for coming on, my boys.
Pleasure, man.
Appreciate you guys. Always appreciate you guys.
Pleasure.
Make sure before we get into our list, we're gonna get into it straight away. Make four is good. Because it's four of us. Four of us. Make sure you leave a like, you subscribe, join the Bruvvahood, and you comment multiple times. I don't need to tell you why. If you know, you know. Just comment multiple times. Let us know your top 10 list, and whose top 10 list you agree with the most, because we're gonna be going 10, 9, 8, all of us. We've all got a different list. I'm gonna start.
Oh, from 10. Okay.
In at number 10 for me.
Yeah, go on.
I don't think anyone else. I'm gonna go on record. I don't think anyone else has got this player.
All right, go on.
I've got Lampard.
Ooh, from Chelsea to City.
Chelsea to City, from New York City FC to Man City, scoring against Chelsea. I just feel like club legend, Steven Gerrard, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane. There's other players that I look at. I'm just like, they never did that. They never went. If you're gonna go abroad. You go somewhere else. You don't join another big team. If you went back to West Ham, I respect it.
Yeah.
But going to City to help them in the title charge, I think that was a bit.
I think there's context though.
It's a bit hype.
I think there's context. I think Chelsea didn't renew his contract, so they said that look, we're moving you on.
No, but he went to New York City. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
So but Chelsea said to him, look, and I think both parties probably agreed, like, you know, you're washed now. You know, your time's up. We're not gonna renew your contract. You know, you're free to go or retire or whatever it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
He said, okay, I'm gonna obviously. I've agreed a move to go to New York City.
Yeah.
He's agreed that deal, and even that deal, apparently there was a whole scandal with that deal in itself, because there was, if you look into it, basically there was false promises made in regards to New York City. He actually signed for. So what happened was they said that it was a loan deal from New York City to Man City, but the actual fact he signed for Man City. So there was no,
they're related.
Yeah, but there was no actual loan deal. But the president of the New York City FC was saying, it's a loan deal. He's just gone over there. He's going to be back in 2 months. But that was never the case. He never actually signed a contract to say, I'm a New York City player.
Yeah.
So that was a whole scandal in itself. But the context that I feel like is, you've let a player go, said you're not good enough anymore. You know, obviously your time's up. Thank you for your service to the club. And then he's gone to obviously negotiate City, but the opportunity of Man City arrived.
Yeah. I hear it.
Like, I don't think Chelsea fans were too upset about it. I don't think they were too upset
I just feel like his
really
legacy's a bit like, in my eyes, I'm just like, your like age mates or your classmates, whatever, in that same the same way they're spoken about, didn't do that. I just feel like he could have avoided it. But I've put him there just because little honorable mention.
Alright, so I'm gonna say my one because it's quick. Yeah. Because I've changed mine because I've realized I've done this wrong. So number 10, it's just coming to my head now. I'm gonna go with and it's not that deep, but Peter Schmeichel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for me, like growing up, even now, I forget that he went to City.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously played for United. Do you not know who he went to after United?
He went to what club was he?
You told me
this. He went abroad. He went to
like a weird country or something, isn't it?
Not weird, but as in like it's very close to you lot now. Think about it like that.
Portugal.
Yeah.
He went to Portugal.
Sporting,
he
didn't
went
it?
Sporting. He went Sporting, bro. It's so weird. I never think of that.
He went there for only a season. He didn't like it.
And then he went to Villa. He went to Villa, and then he went.
There's always that video of Gary Neville in the tunnel, and then Peter Schmeichel goes up to him, and he pretends like he doesn't know.
But he was meant to sign for Man United. Fergie tried to re-sign him, and at the very last minute changed his mind, and he signed. What was that keeper's name?
Oh, Fergie changed his mind.
Barthez.
Yeah. Was their favorite Barthez after the World Cup? Yeah, because he had a crazy
good World Cup. Yeah.
So he signed Barthez.
Horrible keeper.
But he changed his mind at the very last minute. So he thought he was going back to Man United.
Yeah. Mad.
But that's what I've put that number 10.
Fez?
Fez?
Who have you got? Any of you.
You sure? I went for Samir Nasri to Arsenal. I mean to City from Arsenal.
At number 10.
At number 10. Yeah, I just think at the time, obviously he was their talisman. He was loved by the fans. He was balling out at the time, but one of the best midfielders in the league. And then obviously ends up going to City. And a lot of people said that he went there for the money. Yeah, so he got a lot of views.
It was at that time, innit?
Yeah, they said he got a lot of views that he went for the money. And whereas he could have stayed at Arsenal and built something special.
Yeah.
So fans hated him, and he got abused. You saw how much abuse he got. He got abused by Piers Morgan. He had that bet with Piers Morgan.
Yeah.
And in his first season, he proved everyone wrong. He won the Premier League title.
It was either City or United as well.
Yes.
And obviously he chose City.
And he still chose City, and that's why Arsenal fans were like, at least if he went to United, we'll get it.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
understand? But he went to City, so
for money. Yeah, it was for money.
Yeah.
That was the scandal.
He shut them up in his first season.
And then, have you seen the video of him going back to the Emirates?
Yes.
After,
and he had that beef with Frimpong.
No, he's just walking amongst the fans. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. He's walking amongst the fans, and they're all like hurling abuse at him. And guess who's protecting him?
You said this before, but
Marwan Shamak.
Yeah. You said
Marwan
this
Shamak at the time, I think he was an Arsenal player. I don't even remember.
Yeah,
But he's just like pushing people away and like, hey, respect.
Yeah.
It's like, what a world.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
And he had
mad.
beef with Wilshere and Frimpong.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, they were
Crunched him.
on
Frimpong
crunched him.
His
They were
one
abusing him. The
hurt
players
Arsenal
were
fans.
abusing him.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah, so it was
I heard
crazy.
it, man. It's a good one. Who have you gone?
I went for again. My list is kind of personal. Do you know what I mean? So I went for a manager.
Okay.
But this one is a slap on the
I
wrist.
know who you're talking about. Go with Benitez at Chelsea.
No, not
Benitez
even.
to
Yeah,
Everton.
it's Benitez.
To Everton.
But it's not him moving to club to club. I'm right. You won a Champions League. Do your team. It's the reason why I put him on 10th, slap on the wrist, is because when he got rid of Alonso to try bring on Gareth Barry. That I never understood.
But
That's the reason why he got rid of Alonso. Bringing Barry.
It doesn't fit the criteria at all.
No, but that's why to me now I'm thinking, if we're doing top 10 trade lists, I'm gonna put you in there. You went Everton, you went Chelsea, you went Newcastle. I'm gonna dash you in there.
I hear that.
So
But
you're
my
just using
reasoning again is
previous-
personal.
Yeah.
That's why I said. That's why I said at the beginning.
Okay,
my
I get
list
you,
is
I
gonna
get
be
you.
personal.
Yeah, I get
so
what you're saying.
you can fit in this criteria.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But
put you
we're
in
gonna
there,
do it
for a
but I'm
decision.
putting you in
For
there
a
because
different-
for
for
a
a
different
different
reason.
thing.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna dash you in there.
So I'm putting Ten Hag in then. For signing Ganana, Hoyland.
Yeah, but then what has he done to be put in that list?
Come on.
Why does that make it? What if he went to City? Then
Well,
you could
He
slap
left
him.
us with the worst keeper. and
But like,
striker in
because
the league,
getting
man.
rid of Alonso, trying to bring in Barry is very questionable. Very,
Fez.
you know what I mean?
Most Premier League appearances though.
It's not about that for me though, man.
He must be a
This
good
is
player.
Alonso, bro. You're
Yeah.
getting rid of Alonso, bringing in Barry. That doesn't make sense.
Barry is a good player, though, but I hear what you're saying. I get what
You
you're
get
coming
it.
from. Yeah,
So yeah.
Aquilani is crazy. as well.
Who wants to go next?
Ninth, I'll stick to the Liverpool theme. Don't know much about it. I can't lie to you, but I just saw transfer from Everton to Liverpool. What's his name? Nick Barmby.
Bruv, I don't know
Nick
why
Had
you
to put
put
that
that.
in.
Yeah, Nick Moore,
Had to
yeah.
put that in.
Yeah,
Apparently,
yeah.
he was like
Everton to Liverpool.
Everton, like
Yeah.
legend, whatever.
Yeah.
They love him up, and he's like, nah. He rejected their biggest ever contract. Like they begged him to stay, and he goes, nope. And to go to Liverpool as well. Well, come on, man, have some
Yeah.
respect.
That's
So
really
that's
nice.
No,
Yeah.
that's a
he's
good
there.
one. That's a good one.
I don't know fuck all about him. Well, I couldn't even tell what he
No,
looks
but the
like.
thing is,
Bro, when
tried
I
to
saw
do-
his name, I was
when
like,
I
no,
did
you're
my
doing
list, I
too
tried
much.
to do lists of players that I watch.
No, no,
Yeah,
I hear it, I hear it,
that's what I
hear it.
did.
That's
Yeah.
what I tried to do.
And even then, some of them is not like they're not
Yeah.
like the biggest snakes,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just for me it
Yeah,
means
it's
something as
something.
well.
Yeah.
I'll go next then. So my number 9 is a centre back that wore number 10,
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Gallas.
he's on my list as
William.
well. Yeah.
bro. Chelsea to Arsenal to Tottenham.
Yeah.
Like that's not even like you've gone somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's
Nah,
the
he's
3 he's
completed.
done in a row, bro.
Yeah.
Completed the Trini.
William Gallas.
Yeah.
That's my number
Who
9.
else has he
I
played
hear
for in the Prem?
He's insane.
I think there's just those 3 teams.
Just those
innit?
3, innit?
Yeah.
I'm stunk it up at all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No?
Pretty
Yes,
much.
no, but
Yeah.
you know what?
He had moments.
Chelsea-
Like, he had moments where he done well. And
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
he
But
wasn't.
it wasn't
I
like
think
no
that
one
Chelsea.
really-
No, but
he
out of
wasn't
all the clubs, I
consistent.
think
Chelsea
Chelsea
was
was
his
his
best.
best.
Chelsea
Yeah.
was his
Well, nah, I
best.
think early Arsenal's well.
No, but that's like Chelsea, like and then early
Yeah,
Arsenal.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Chelsea was like where he was like
Yeah.
the,
He's main,
not
yeah.
the guy, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he was good there.
yeah, prime.
That's my number 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear it. Who's yours?
My number 9. Let's check my list. Is Fabregas to Chelsea.
I got the same. That's my same one.
Number 9.
Yeah. Fabregas to Chelsea. I put because I feel it's a weird one. The reason why I have him so high up as well, though, is because of the context to it. Obviously, Arsenal did have first refusal to the deal.
Yes.
And so they were offered the chance to sign him.
Coulda
They
signed
said
him.
no. And then it felt like to a lot of people that he went to Chelsea a little bit out of spite. It's like, oh, okay, so you said no to me, even though I asked you, I want to come back. So cool, I'm gonna go to join Mourinho, the manager that you hate the most. I'm gonna go team up with him at Chelsea,
win him the league,
and then win him the league.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It just kind of felt like it felt like it felt like a spiteful move.
Yeah.
That's how I just felt
Man,
like.
but
It felt like
I guarantee you, from now, all the Arsenal players we've named on this list and continue, they've all won a Premier League. Without
listen,
winning with Arsenal.
I was just gonna say that, but we have to wait.
We'll wait.
But we have to wait.
Leave Arsenal and you succeed.
I was just gonna say,
I know they've.
All of you shut up.
But yeah, but that's my number 9 as well.
That's your number 9.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, as an Arsenal fan, you want to get to him after, or can I mention it now?
No, you can mention it now. I don't mind.
As an Arsenal fan, because obviously another club that was heavily linked with him that same season.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Was Man United. So as an Arsenal fan, because obviously United were interested in him, Chelsea were interested in him. Who would you have rather him go to?
Chelsea.
Another London club.
Yeah.
And play for Mourinho.
I think a lot of Arsenal would have said United.
Would have rather him gone to United. No, Chelsea.
Because at the time we were already like quite successful.
Do you know why? I'll be real. Growing up, obviously Chelsea like London rivals, innit? But growing up, I've always known United is our rival, bro. Like the hatred. It's like this. It's this. It's me arguing with you lot. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I think of this straight away. Like I wouldn't. Obviously, I would care about Chelsea.
Oh, actually, no. I think about. You're right. I think
for me, you know why? Van Persie.
Yeah.
I think about.
Imagine Van Persie, and then the next season, Fabregas.
Okay, just.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
We'll get to
Chelsea's better.
We'll get to that. We've all said number 9, innit?
Yes.
Okay, number 8.
Who's your number 9?
Did I not?
Gallas,
number 8, I will go with Cantona. Leeds to United. I just think.
I don't know about that one.
I just think that because it's known as one of the
historically,
it's known as one of them.
Yeah.
And the only reason I put it there as well is just because like I don't know too much about it, so you lot can tell me.
Yeah.
But like Leeds, I know Leeds hate you lot way more than you lot hate them.
We don't care about it.
Yeah. But the only thing I know about Leeds and United, I don't know if you remember, because
Beckford.
Wallah, Jermaine Beckford, I don't know why. I just always remember that guy, and I think he scored at Old Trafford as well.
He knocked us out of the FA Cup. My dad was doing.
I still remember that game.
Wallah, I still remember he was fixing the frame of my door.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm like gloating at Man United. Come on, man, this is Leeds. They're a championship club at the time, and they beat us. And he was just looking at me like disappointed.
Yeah, so you broke the door again.
Yeah, I broke it again. So you don't know my club, man. Cantona, though, I will say, they wanted to get rid of him.
Like that was the context.
They were like, this is a price tag. He's troublesome.
Yeah.
He doesn't. And then Fergie was just like, you know what? I'll just take a punt. I'll take a punt.
Literally.
I think I can fix him. You know that way you're like, I can change her.
Yeah.
Fergie was like that to Cantona.
But like
£1 million.
£1 million.
Like I said, I'll be honest.
Best million ever.
Ever in not even in football, in investment ever. That's the best 1 million ever invested ever.
100%.
Yeah. No, like I said, like this list that I done, it was me sending names to him just as options. I didn't know I was sending him my list. So, but you know, he's there.
He won us the league. He won us our first league, and then he won us every season except the season where he got
arrested.
Arrested. Where he spent time in pen.
Yeah, basically.
What a player, man.
Yeah, that's
what a player.
Came back out of pen. I still won.
Yeah.
Like
well,
he's a joke.
Come on, man.
He's a joke.
The only thing is, I wish he was there for that 99 season.
Yeah.
That treble. So iconic as well, man. My number 8 is a number 9, actually. It is Fernando Torres. Liverpool.
Where do I have
he's there. He's in my list.
I think Chelsea's common here, man. Chelsea's a very common denominator here. I think they like this.
Like that's.
I think it was.
You haven't got him.
I've got him on my list, but not
Liverpool. Liverpool legend at the time. Like you lot absolutely adored him. You loved him to pieces, understandably, rightfully so. And to do it mid-season, I think was a weirder thing as well. Obviously, you reinvested the money well, but to do it mid-season, to say I'm gonna leave to obviously a Premier League rival as well, 50 million. I remember at the time, there's some transfers that you just remember as like a massive, huge transfer that just like time stopped. Like everyone just stopped and was like, oh my god. That was one of those moments. I remember everyone in school, obviously, like I said, it's mid-season in January, we're still in school and shit. Everyone's just talking about it like it was a huge transfer at the time.
It was,
and obviously he never created his form again. But I remember as soon as he left on Facebook at the time, I'm seeing Liverpool fans burning his shirt and shit. Like I remember it hurt you lot. Different.
I had El Nino in the back of my Liverpool top and I ironed it. Off the letters,
Do you know what it is though? I'll keep it real. I just realised I didn't put him on the list. And the reason why I didn't put him on the list is because I felt like it was more, for me, it wasn't, I didn't feel like a traitor move at the time. It felt, I just thought it was more shocking that he ended up joining last day of the January transfer window from Liverpool to Chelsea for £50 million at the time was a record transfer fee.
Yeah.
I think the whole transfer was just shocking.
It was huge.
But I didn't really feel like it was a traitor move because I think Liverpool at the time weren't really competing like that. But then at the same time, the shock of it for me was the fact that Liverpool Chelsea had that little rivalry, but also he used to score goals against Chelsea. That's almost like it's like if you can't beat them, join them type of vibe, and he just ends up going there when they already have Drogba. They already have a top striker. So I think the whole and
won the Champions League. Yeah, won the Champions League.
They're greedy club. What a greedy club, man.
Who moved first, Torres or Raul Morales?
Raul Morales.
No.
Raul Morales
followed him, fam.
Raul Morales followed after.
He's Liverpool as well, no?
Yeah,
Liverpool to Chelsea directly as well.
Because he didn't really.
He wasn't that guy. Yeah.
But he won the Champions League his first season as well.
Yeah, because he never really did anything at Liverpool.
And he's got that banging goal against Porto.
Yeah, but he's got rocket. He's got rocket.
What a player? He's a forgotten player.
Yeah, he's a forgotten player.
People talk about him.
CX worker.
He's got hair now.
Yeah,
it's mad.
Do you get it? So like, if you see him on road, you probably won't recognize him.
CX worker.
But yeah,
monster drinker. You know them ones.
That was bad from Torres.
It was, innit?
He was quickly forgotten about
because of who you signed.
Luis Suarez.
I mean, the player you really signed to replace him was horror.
Yeah,
Andy Carroll.
Yeah.
The second one that you signed the same day. Wow.
Made him. We forgot about him. Once he scored that goal against Stoke, that's it.
But they actually initially signed him to play out wide.
Suarez.
Yeah, no, Suarez. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The guy they really like for like with Torres, Andy Carroll was horror. Horror for you lot.
It was bad.
All right, go on. Who's your number 8?
My number 8 is Adebayor. I put Adebayor there.
I put Adebayor as well. Where did I put him though?
I think you saw the frustration of the Arsenal fan, and that celebration though, what he did, like obviously it's iconic, innit? The Man City when he scored and he ran all the way to the Arsenal fans. It's 50-50. Number one, you've played for that club, so sometimes just forget what the fans are saying, have respect for the club. But at the same time, they've been chanting stuff about your mum, your dad, and the whole game. And obviously he can hear that, so it goes to show how loud.
They say his mum washes elephants.
Yeah, they say his mum and I think they said I think they said his dad washes elephant, mum's a whore, whatever, something among them lines. What's funny?
No, but we hear it now. Maturing is realizing he was right.
Kind of fucked, you know.
What? Liban was the first one to laugh.
But like,
that's minimal.
Obviously, it's 50-50 that celebration. So like, obviously, as a neutral, I loved it. I loved it that he ran over there and just said, and they're dashing chairs at him. But when it comes to traitor moves, and let's not forget the fact that he played for Tottenham as well.
Yeah, that's the maddest one.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the maddest one.
I think when it comes, Arsenal fans, even as much as they loved him as a footballer, legacy's out the window.
You know what? Weirdest transfer ever.
What?
He went to Madrid, bro.
Yeah. 6 as well. Number 6 at Madrid.
Insane. Anyway.
Now, what player though?
What player? He wore 2 numbers though. I think he wore 8
he did.
And 6.
He did.
Because of the Champions League rule, innit?
I think that's that whole move kind of tainted his legacy a little bit because what a striker. I loved him as a striker. I thought he was an unbelievable striker.
I loved him. Even
he was cold at Arsenal
even
as
the
well.
vibes. He brought a different vibe. Like
he did. I think
he's like you see how JJ Okocha was after scoring the goals, the celebrations.
The only man to like make Ronaldo dance, bro.
Yeah, he was always dancing, so he's happy.
He's one of my favorite Arsenal players. Like even watching him when he was at Arsenal, I used to love him. Like because of. It's very rare that you see a player of that stature, lanky legs, tall, that can like do all of this.
Togo. Do we hear his side though? Because I swear he said Arsene Wenger was like, "You're leaving."
Yeah. They sold him.
This is the thing, bro.
He said that he told him something different.
Like Arsene Wenger's got stuff to like. He's got crimes to pay for because you look at the time, Clichy, Nasri, Sanya, Adebayor, Kolo Touré, all went from Arsenal to City directly. They've all got their own story. Van Persie joined Man United. He's got his own story of what happened. At the time, maybe it's fair to say that, listen, if one player does it, 2 players do it, you can kind of say like the players are at fault. If that many players are doing it, surely something at the club is wrong. Surely it's miscommunication. So they're telling them one thing, they're doing another thing. Like to tell a player you're surplus, like we're selling you, we need to cash in on you. But what's a player meant to do? I just think that the mindset at the time, the context at the time was you're going to City for money.
Yeah.
Now it probably changes. If they all go to City now,
Yeah.
you're going there for success. Back in the days, you're just joining them for money.
Brand new,
100%.
innit?
Brand new. It was
Brand new. Yeah. It's like PSG. In the beginning, you join PSG, you're just there for money.
Yeah.
It's seen as like Saudi now, for
Facts.
example. You're just going there for money.
No. But then again, you're right, because if Wenger told you you're surplus, but I think I might be wrong, so correct me if I am wrong. There was something to do with his attitude, or they weren't seeing eye to eye about something, and they just decided we're gonna just cash in on you.
Potentially.
And then it's kind of like.
But then you can't blame him.
This is
I'll
big.
get to another one, but you
That's not how
can't blame
fans-
the player
that's
for
not how
going there.
fans,
Yeah.
Again, they're not. That's not how they think.
Yeah.
They think okay, they just see you gone from red to blue. That's all they care about, you know. So
Yeah,
True.
That's true.
that's what.
Who
it
have you
is.
got? You said yours.
I said mine. Did you say
I
your
said mine, yeah.
number 8?
I said my number 8. Yeah, it was Gallas to Spurs.
Okay.
was my number
Okay.
8, but I
yeah.
think we've
Cool.
kind of already touched on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's playing for all 3 London
All
clubs.
3
Yeah.
is
It's
crazy.
mental,
wallah.
but you know
He
the
just
cra-
wanted to stay in
You know
ends.
what's crazy?
Yeah,
as well,
wallah.
though? Initially, when he went from Chelsea to Arsenal, he didn't want to join them. He was part of the Ashley Cole deal,
There we go.
so he didn't want to.
So
join.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's
so
why I
he
kind of feel
reluctantly
for him.
joined Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like he was kind of forced into it, and then obviously, right, it's just so messy. You didn't want to join initially, and you made it very publicly known that you didn't want to join them. Then you took the number 10 jersey, and then of course at the beginning he had a good start. He got the captaincy, whatnot. But then he had that period when I remember when they were fighting for the title and they flopped. He started refusing to play, bro. He started falling out. Imagine being the captain and then you're there sulking on the floor.
Yeah. Remember that penalty incident?
It's crazy, bro.
Do you remember that
He's the
game?
worst.
I can't remember who it was against, but he gave away a penalty and he was like getting ready to walk off the pitch. Do you remember that game?
No, I don't remember.
Rings a bell, but I can't remember.
Apparently he refused to play as well.
He's
I
a
don't
man,
remember
man.
that.
Who's your number 7?
My number 7 is Rio to United. So Rio from Leeds to United. Bear in mind, bro, record transfer fee for a defender, and then you're going directly from Leeds at the time we were a competitive team, play Champions League football, were a competitive team in the league, and you've gone directly to United.
Yeah. Mad.
But at the
Way
same
better than
time,
the Cantona one.
but at the same time, Leeds at that point
Needed the money.
were bankrupt.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they
They
were
needed
going
the
down.
money.
Like
They
they
needed
were
money.
getting
Yeah.
relegated basically. They had financial issues,
Yeah.
and I think even further than said, like the year before, someone told them don't go Leeds because they're about to run into problems. So, like if you look at that Leeds squad, fire sale, everyone was going left, right, and centre. So we even signed Alan Smith for
as well,
exactly, yeah.
another
So
one, as well.
I can't lie, for you lot to spend 30
But
mil
I'm saying
at
the
that time
context
as
of it
well.
at the time was
Yeah.
that we were like at this point we were proper rivals. Like,
yeah.
you know, obviously they had their financial issue, but we were
Yeah.
proper rivals. So to fans, it's like raw.
Yeah, we little bro them. Yeah, we little bro them.
I 5 mil back there's a lot of money, especially
That's
for a defender as well.
way too much money.
We did that, and then
That's
we did
why-
Rooney the year, a year or two
I'll
after.
mention it
couple
after.
years after, yeah.
But Loons was basically talking about on Filthy. Actually, it was before we even they filmed on Filthy, and he was like you lot are like not frauds, but there's stuff going on behind the scenes with United. Like to have that money and to spend that money on a defender from your rivals, 30 million at that time. He was like something was going on back then.
But our signings, just like their signings hit Liverpool, our signings were just hitting.
Yeah,
all these
then,
big
yeah.
money signings, they were just hitting.
No, but
So
it's
we
like
could get
where
away
the big
from it.
money was
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
from is this point, like
It was
spending that
successful
much
as
money.
hell, man. You got to remember, we dominated the 90s.
Yeah.
We dominated the 90s, so we had bare money just sitting.
Yeah.
Come on, man, it's Man United here. Who have you got at number 7?
Carlos Tevez.
It's quite
Leaving
low.
one Manchester club to another, and even the whole billboard situation and stuff. Like, I can only imagine what they'll feel like as United fans.
Just seeing that randomly is crazy.
like,
Welcome to
living in
Manchester.
No, it was,
and it's blue.
R.I.P. Fergie, no?
It's a signing, that I grew to despise as the years
After.
went by. Because at the time when he did leave, we just finished off a three-peat. We just came off the back of a three-peat. We had won the Champions League. We've seen 2 back-to-back Champions League finals. So it was like, okay, you're leaving. You're an idiot. We're successful. Like you're leaving to go to Man City. Alright, you go do your thing. Then we're gonna carry on doing our thing. You go enjoy Man City. That was the feeling at the time. But then as the years went by, it started to become more. Started realizing, all right, raw. Like maybe we really did make a mistake letting him go. Do you know what I mean? And then they go on, and he goes on to be part of their success. And then it's like, okay, we actually made a mistake.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm going.
one of them
Yeah,
ones,
that's why I put him there.
But I'll be honest, I think.
That's a mad traitor move, bro.
But at the same time, I'll go back to Adebayor. I got to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Fergie didn't want to pay for him.
Yeah.
He didn't want to sign him.
Yeah.
So
Which I think it was wild.
And one of Fergie's biggest mistakes is not signing Tevez. I don't know why. Till now, wallah, I don't understand the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
We were at our pinnacle. We were at our peak.
Yeah.
He was working like a dog. The team loved him. He obviously got along with Park and everyone, all these types of players. He was a dog, bro. He loved playing for United. He wanted to stay. He openly said he wanted to stay.
Yeah. Apparently had a falling out because I think with obviously Fergie did not like his agent. I think
it was the agent, yeah.
It was the agent thing, and then obviously stemmed from that to then him feeling like, oh, this guy don't want me. Then they had a dispute, and it became, okay, I'll only stay if I get this amount of money. Fergie said, impossible, fuck off. And
so then maybe that played a part for him to go to City.
So it's in his hands.
Rather than another club, he's gone to City.
But the fans, every player, all the fans wanted this guy to stay.
Yeah. We loved him. That's my thing. It's like, you respect the club. He's gone and he's held up a sign saying R.I.P. Fergie when they've won the title, and it seems like every time he played against us, he was like riled up.
100%.
Like he'd either score, we'd beat them, but he'd score. And I remember obviously fighting with like Raphael and all that kind of stuff. He was always like it meant more to him, innit? Obviously, I get it. You want to prove your point against Fergie, but
I'll never forget though the first time he played when we beat them 4-3 at Old Trafford when Owen scored the winner. I will never forget. He came out the tunnel smiling, like he was happy, he was jolly with the players. They were talking and that. And I remember, I'll never forget. I think that video, you can go on YouTube right now and watch it. I remember him smiling in the tunnel, walking out, thinking the fans are gonna obviously like show him love and that. And everyone boos, and then his face completely drops. It's like the reality set in for him. Like in that moment, I think he generally he thought
he was gonna get ratings.
Like he was gonna get ratings. Like, oh, you're only joined to it because they're not gonna.
They're gonna understand.
They're gonna understand. Bro, they booed him, and the smile, the way he quickly changed. I think in that moment he deeped it.
Yeah.
He, was like, oh,
he probably didn't understand how big of a rivalry that.
I don't think he understood. I think he maybe understood with Liverpool. I don't think he understood. With City. I don't think he understood.
Yeah, it's good. Number 7. My number 7 is Robin van Persie.
Ooh, I would have thought you would have put that a lot higher.
I'll put him a lot higher.
I don't think so.
Only because I get it. You're a Man United fan at the same time, so you're probably not gonna. Because I was a bit biased with mine. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, of course. I think so the Robin van Persie one is like, he's had a conversation with Wenger. He's asked for certain reassurances, and don't like this is why I come back to question Wenger sometimes, because don't forget Wayne Rooney had these thoughts as well. He sat down with Fergie and said, listen, I don't know where the club is going. I don't know where the project is going. We've sold this player, we've sold that player. Where are we going? Fergie had to sit down with him and explain to him, this is exactly what's happening. You're taking away that transfer request. You're staying, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. He sold the plan to him. And eventually we came back and we won the league, right? Wenger didn't give that to Robin van Persie. And Robin van Persie explains it from his point of view as well. He tried multiple times, like, let's try, please, like, let's push. I want to stay here. Eventually, the bigger club come calling at the time, even now. You win your trophy, and like, I can't blame him, bro. In hindsight, I don't think any Arsenal fan can blame him. He scores against you the first time, doesn't celebrate. You still give him shit. Next time he scores, he rubs it in your face. I hear it, wallah.
Facts. No, I'm with it. I just put that a lot higher. I just put it
at the time. I remember thinking, oh my god.
I'll tell you what position I had, and I'll come to talk about it again. But I put him a lot higher. I think just what we did, the context, the fans, how they were feeling at the time, both sets of fans. I just think that move is so iconic.
I think that move signalled the death of Arsenal.
The little boy inside me.
Was screaming for Manchester United.
Just so many
just
things.
The fact
that he delivered it on his
iconic.
First season. I'll come to talk about that.
Alright, cool.
Number 7, I've gone with Owen.
I
went Owen to United. Obviously from Newcastle, but played for Liverpool as well. Was a club legend there. I just found that mad. And then going on and scoring that goal, not against Liverpool, but
City
in the 4-3 game as well.
What a player.
But I just think it was mad. And I think he said something that was crazy. I just couldn't remember
Shall I tell you what he said?
Yeah, what was it?
He said, you know what they say? If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, that's
he's crazy.
That's why he'll never have a home at Anfield.
So wait, your last Ballon d'Or winner said if you can't beat them, join them. It's good to know, man.
I don't respect him, and that's why he's a lot higher in my list.
I have it exactly the same position.
What as well?
I got Owen to United in the same position.
Was it 7 or 6?
7.
6 for me.
6 for him.
6 for me. You already said your 7.
Yes,
6. Yeah, so 6.
Oh yeah, it was my last. I was going last.
Yeah.
So that's your 7.
Oh, that was your 7. So that's my 6.
That's my 6.
Yeah, literally my 6. So should I talk about it?
Owen, you can do. Yeah.
Because I put him at 6.
Weird signing at the time.
Very weird signing because we just lost Cristiano Ronaldo.
We had number 7's open.
And at the time we give it to Michael Owen,
Bring him
who
in.
at the time was going through a rough period in terms of his injuries. It just like he went. Obviously, he was at Newcastle at the time. He left on a free agent as a free agent at Newcastle. But
Stoke went for him.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Stoke went for him. And United went for him. And if I remember correctly, we put him on a pay as you play deal as well. So only when you play, you get paid when you play. And obviously at the time, bro, you're gonna jump at that chance. Playing for Man United, one of the biggest club.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you played for Liverpool, Man United are bigger.
Yeah.
And like he said, bro, if you can't beat them, join them. Won the league in his first season. Scored a hat trick in the Champions League as well. I remember against Wolfsburg. But yeah, go on, bro.
No. I just think everything you're saying, I agree with. I just think
deserves to be higher up, fam.
Nah, do you know what it is?
Bad what he did, bro.
It's again, I think it was one of those Fergie signings where he said, you know what, like Eric Cantona, he thought, I'll take a punt.
I'll take a punt, bro.
He said, I'll take a punt.
Free transfer.
You know, because I think that last season at Newcastle, he started scoring goals, and I think maybe Fergie just looked at that and said, you know what, there is that player still there. If I can bring him here, you know, make him, you know, play with
just
better
a bit
players,
of an edge,
with more quality players around him, we get goals. You know?
Bit of experience.
Oh, bro, he has some iconic moments. I can't lie. He scored that winner in his first derby against City. He scored the winning goal, or he won us the Carabao Cup. Remember the Carabao Cup final as well? He got us who was it? Was it Aston Villa?
I don't remember.
Tottenham. I can't remember which.
I think it was.
Was he there? Was he
played against?
So with the checkered top?
No.
I know he was there with the blue one.
No, he was.
He was there. That was his first season.
But that was his first season, and I think that's the
season we won it.
I can't remember if it was that season or the season after. We wore that jersey for. No, I can't remember what season it was. But
did we win it?
I think it was Villa that he scored the winning goal, or he scored the goal in the game. Yeah. And then I think he came off injured as well. Yeah. But we end up winning the game. Yeah. And then also the hat trick against Wolfsburg in the Champions League. Yeah. Like he has some big moments.
Some big moments, bro.
He has some big moments in that United.
Done his job.
Done what he needed to do. Got his Premier League medal. But also at the same time, I do feel like he was again, the injuries never.
Yeah, they never escaped.
They never. You know what I mean? They never escaped. And I just think he ruined his legacy at Liverpool. Yeah. And he didn't really build enough of a legacy at United, so he's kind of not a legend anywhere, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's not.
He doesn't have a home.
But at the same time, you trade that Liverpool legacy for a Premier League title.
I hear it, and he's good, bro.
Is it worth at the end? It's not.
It probably is for him.
It's not.
For him,
he can walk away a Premier League winner, bro.
Because he gets killed everywhere. He gets killed if he does.
He doesn't get killed at United.
When he does punditry,
yeah, but
you might. I don't. But you don't care about him. You don't scream his name.
No, we don't
scream his name.
We're only bringing him up now because he's on the list. You're talking about Wolfsburg. No one. I never heard any of you.
Why is it hurt?
It's not hurt. He should be higher.
His crop of generation was Carragher, him, and Gerrard. Out of those three, he's got a Ballon d'Or and a Premier League trophy.
And that's the maddest thing. He's got a Ballon d'Or and Premier League medal. Who's remembered?
That's my point. Though. My point is that for his personal.
But he can walk away.
But that's his self.
He doesn't care.
That's his self.
Yeah, but that's all he cares about. That's all he cares about. I can't lie.
You don't know what
he's feeling.
You don't know what he's fighting in the night time. You don't know what type of demons he's fighting in the night after putting that devil shirt on.
I don't think you understand the type of flex it is to say that you are a Ballon d'Or winner and the last Englishman.
Yeah, but don't claim that.
A Ballon d'Or.
That's with
us. Wait, you're gonna get to it because he's higher up for you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get to it. Who's your number 6?
So number 6, I put Ashley Cole.
Number 6.
I think that's mad. As an Arsenal player, having dinner or lunch or going to a manager's yard or whatever, whilst contracted with another club, and their rivals, you're going out to eat and stuff like that. It's mad. So he's number 6 for me.
I'll get onto it after. Yeah,
I'll get onto it as well. My number 6 was Adebayor, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. My number 5 was Tevez, so I'm not going to talk too much about that as well. It's just mad. I wasn't wrong about RIP Fergie.
No, he said it.
Okay, cool.
The whole sign I remember.
And you lot's number 5.
My number 5 is Fabregas to Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
But also, that Arsenal to Barca as well, I think is worth mentioning as well. Because obviously they put the shirt on him.
Yeah.
And there was just so much. I remember this about Ronaldo as well. When Ronaldo was moving to Madrid, it was delayed by a year, similar to Fabregas, delayed by a year. And there was just so much noise around it, bro. I hated it. No, but
you know what? The shirt,
With Reina. And you know what's so annoying? Reina's not even a Barcelona player.
Yeah, he wasn't. No, but like Puyo and all of them are around him.
Yeah,
and they're doing the message, and he's putting on
it.
It's mental.
Because he's not even
I'm deep in it now.
If you're a Barcelona,
you don't even play for them, man. Why are you holding that?
Piqué was doing it as well, but like. Reina's there, proper trying to get him to wear it. And I'm like, brother,
why are you wearing that? Yeah.
No, but the worst thing is
he wanted to
still
see the world burn all that.
He still played a season after that.
He did.
But you know, as an Arsenal fan, seeing that, it's like this whole season's like, he's gone.
You
just know it.
And that's elite though. It must be elite. What baby is elite?
Same as Ronaldo. Ronaldo was
and that's what we're on though.
Ronaldo was meant to leave us after the Champions League final that we won, and he said, "I'll give you one more season." But we knew he was leaving. It was just shit, but we knew he was leaving. Who's your number 5, boys?
My number 5. Did you do your number 5?
No, I did say.
My number 5 is, which we already kind of spoke about, is Adebayor to City.
Oh,
yeah.
And Spurs. I put both of them. Actually.
Yeah, same.
So my number 5 is Coutinho.
Oh.
But at the same time, it was probably a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
But the reason why I put in there is when he said, the faking the back injury to not play for Liverpool. But eventually, it turned out to be the best. That's a personal one, yeah. It's just because not wanting to play for the club and faking injuries and stuff. If it's true. But that deal, I didn't want him gone. For me, I wanted him to play with Salah. Even Klopp said, stay here though with a statue. Go to any club, you'll be any other player, and that's what he was at Barca. Any other player, Bayern Munich, any other player. Yeah. And he used them two clubs.
Won the Champions League.
He won the Champions League, but like he
going against Barca so while on loan.
Could have won the Champions League at Liverpool alongside with Premier League.
But then you wouldn't have got the other players. So it's a blessing in disguise.
It's a blessing in disguise. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But
you guys were the big winners in that deal.
We won that deal.
And
now
video of him talking in the interview.
Yeah.
What now?
Just gunshots in the background.
Brazil.
In Brazil, that's where he's kicking ball, innit?
No, but you know what's crazy? He's still on loan.
Yeah.
He's still a Villa player.
Still a Villa player, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he's still a Villa player.
That must be one of the worst signings in
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy business when they done it. I thought that was amazing.
All right.
Stevie G was there, innit?
Has everyone done number 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4, I've gone Fabregas.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously, as an Arsenal fan, it killed. And I think what makes it worse with Arsenal players is that it hurt, but every single Arsenal player on this list left and won something. Fabregas hurt the most because that was my favourite player growing up. So to see him go Chelsea after, and like you said, like some of them, like you didn't deep it, like Tevez, it was until after you thought, no, this is a bit mad. Like when he went Chelsea, it was a bit like, yeah, whatever, man, go on. And then he ripped it apart and won them the league. And like, years after, I'm like, fuck. But then again, there is context. Like Wenger obviously didn't want him back and stuff like that.
All right. Next up, boys. I've got, what number are we?
4. That was my number 4.
Number 4, I've got Tevez.
Yeah.
I'll put that out of the way. Again, probably a bit higher than you lots because it's personal. Who's your number 4?
I had Ashley Cole to Chelsea, which we already kind of spoke about. Again, mad thing. Cashley.
Ashley Cole.
It's a mad thing.
My number 4 is Mark Owen. Just moving to Man United. That's a mad thing. I don't care what you're going to win there and stuff like that. As a Liverpool coming through the ranks and stuff like that, I don't think you should ever go to Man United.
Yeah, but he did and it worked. Yeah, but I hear you. I don't think that would happen the other way though. Paul Ince. Bit of a dead trade, Wallah.
Yeah.
We got the better one there.
Wow.
He's kept that face for like a minute. He's just looking at me like, how dare you?
We had a Ballon d'Or winner, bro.
And we took him.
Yeah, when he had no hamstrings.
I got a Premier League title.
When he had no hamstrings.
That's number 4 done.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Alright, number 3, I've gone Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
Obviously Arsenal fan, hated it, but it's the fact that he went and won everything as
became
well.
the best ever.
Became the best left back ever in Premier League.
I just think the context as well, like, bro, going behind the club back.
That's mad.
But saying when I heard what they offered me, I nearly crashed.
Yeah.
Do you know how crazy that is?
Crazy, bro.
What was the offer? I want to know what was the offer.
He talks about it. He's like, he don't give a shit, bro.
He said I was so important to them, and what they offered me, he goes, I was so angry, I nearly crashed.
Yeah, it was mad.
I need to know what they offered him.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Yeah, that was my number 3. So yeah, go on.
I've already said Adebayor. We've already spoken about Adebayor. He's my number 3. Only because of the Spurs move as well. I count that in. That's the only thing.
You do number 3. Did you do number 3?
He done.
That was actually
number 3. Number 3, we already discussed it. Tevez to City for me was number 3.
Oh, number 3.
Yeah, I had that quite high.
Yeah.
That's a more personal.
No, I hear it.
So I put it.
I had him 4th. So
my number 3 is personal as well. Mine's Torres.
Yeah,
Chelsea. Yeah.
So I'm saying, man, this is hurt. This is personal,
everyone's
man.
doing the
personal one.
Yeah. I hear it though, man.
I hear it.
What I'm saying is the common denominator in this, everyone's list is Arsenal.
Arsenal and Chelsea buying. Yeah, that's it.
Well, like it's Arsenal.
Chelsea buying and Arsenal.
That's all I can see in this. Because
I know
common denominator is Arsenal's taking L.
Because I know your number 2 is Arsenal taking an L.
Huh?
I know your number 2 is Arsenal taking an L as well.
Yeah.
Who's your number 2?
Van Persie.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
do you blame him?
as well.
I don't blame him.
Maturing now, do you blame
him? I don't. And actually, no, because I understand it as a traitor. This isn't really. Not all of this is personal to me. Like my number 1 is a dub for Arsenal.
Yeah. The only dub. The only dub.
But yeah, number 2 obviously Van Persie, bro. That was insane. No, but it made me like United. Yeah. That's why I know so much about those games. But I watched it for Van Persie, bro. That season you lot won against Villa. I celebrated. I celebrated Arsenal winning the league, bro.
You know that might be my favorite like United player.
That's the best transfer we've ever had.
Ever.
And my favorite transfer.
Other than Cantona.
Yeah, and it might be one of the best transfers in terms of the instant success.
Yeah.
Sucks.
The instant success.
Sucks.
He sucks. That's crazy.
Yeah, what a player.
bro,
I remember when we signed him,
to
people
me-
were telling me like he's washed, he's 28, 29, like you're not gonna get out of
Bro, top scorer. Yeah, and winning the title in your first season.
our 20th title and wore the number 20 to deliver
Bro,
the number
that's
20.
poetry. That's
It's poetry.
bro.
The
And everything that
Dutchman.
came with it, bro. The fact that he
I love
and I just love
Dutch
I love
people
Dutch
got a thing for
players,
20.
man.
and I love the fact that wallahi, like
And he
even
slot.
in our rivalry we took their captain.
Yeah.
We took their club
Yeah,
captain,
captain.
their
Yeah.
top scorer.
Best
We
player in the
took-
Premier League
we-
previous
we-
season,
yeah.
by the way.
We
He's
took
not even
them-
number one.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Cool.
Player, man.
Number one.
No, number 2.
Number two, because that two's the same though.
Yeah, mine was Ashley Cole.
No, my number
Oh, that's
two.
you.
My number 2 is
Another personal one.
no. I put RVP there.
Yeah.
But my number 1 is not for your reasonings.
Yeah.
It's this. I know we all got the same players.
all
number
the
one.
same one, yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your number 2? Who's
Is
your
that a
number
colour
2?
thing?
RVP.
RVP.
Okay.
Okay. So number 1?
We all know it's number 1. It has to be.
No, do you know what?
But-
You know the funniest thing about it is
What?
in the interviews like this, they ask him, "Are you leaving?"
That's why I put him in
Yeah.
there because of that. When he said no, I'm
this
staying.
is bro. It's the photo. He's like this. He goes, "I'm staying."
Yeah, he's
That's
mad,
the
yeah.
only reason.
That's what it is.
That's the only reason
staying.
I put him in there.
No.
Not because of I respect why he
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
Like in terms of the deeper issue.
Yeah.
Like in terms of I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
know
we
about
I saw the thing in the interview
Yeah.
that he was talking about, but ultimately,
About-
bro, no one cares about that.
the break.
Lie, bro. No one gives a shit.
Oh,
I
about
hear
that,
it.
the court case and all that.
Things,
Yeah,
no one
yeah,
cares
yeah. No
about
one
that.
cares.
I understand
Lawyer
his
and that.
reasonings, but no one gives a shit
Bro.
because you know what it is, bro. I did it ultimately. Yeah, well, like,
Bro,
like,
this
he's mad.
just
it's
before
crazy,
he was
it's crazy.
mental.
I'm
You know what it
staying.
is? It's for me.
No,
like,
to think about
I
as well.
understand
It's
he
the
has his
best.
reasons, and I understand there was underlying motives that he had for his reasons to move. But the context of it is, bro, you were one of their best players. Yeah, your contract was running down.
Yeah.
You told the club, you told the fans, like in that photo, publicly multiple times in that season that you were going to stay.
Yeah.
The season ended, you assured the fans you were staying. Then 1st of January, the first day of the window opens, you come out in a press conference with Arsene Wenger. Well, that's a mad thing. I can't lie. That is a mad
I love
thing.
it. I love it.
That's
Now,
a mad thing.
It also adds the fact that he was a free transfer.
Yeah.
So Tottenham didn't even get any money from him.
Yeah.
Free transfer, and you've gone to the direct rival, like the
Direct.
most direct,
I'm
the
staying.
most
I'm
direct.
staying in
It's
the
the closest
interview.
thing to Figo from.
It's
Yes,
the closest
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Closest
It's
thing.
the closest
It's the closest
thing. It's
thing.
the worst one
It's
ever.
it's horrible.
But
Yeah.
I hear it.
Yeah.
No, I hear it because he
To
got
hear
a lot
what,
of
yeah,
to
yeah.
it
see
because
what
it's-
he
end up doing. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, you know?
But you know what's mad? Like for the rest of his life,
yeah,
like I've got Tottenham friends.
yeah.
One of them walked past him, and he told me like he walked past Sol Campbell, and he said scum.
Yeah.
He called him scum.
Yeah.
And he looked back at him and like said, "What?" Because apparently he doesn't take
Yeah.
it. And then he squared up to him, bro. Like the hatred they have in their heart to this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Like I would hate to be in his position,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
like you
yeah.
don't know wherever
Yeah.
you go, you're not safe.
You're not
Yeah.
safe. Yeah, he's not safe. He's not safe, bro.
Till now.
We had expressions on the Liban and Food show.
Yeah.
And he was
can't even say his
adamant,
name.
bro. He was like saying, "Yo, if he said the day if Sol Campbell was to ever manage Tottenham Hotspur, he said he would immediately stop supporting the club. Like he cut ties completely with the club. He said he does
Imagine
not.
they do
He,
that.
he doesn't even like saying his name.
Yeah.
That's how some people don't even like the sight of him, bro. That's how mad it is. But with Sol Campbell, one thing I would also say is that even though he did the crossover to Arsenal,
It worked.
one, it worked, but two, also, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought now. Fuck.
So well, it worked.
Well,
Just
like-
fully off.
It worked, fam.
Even though
Mine is invincible.
Even though he moved him. One thing I'll say about Sol Campbell.
The only Arsenal
Even
player
though-
to score in the Champions League final.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true still.
No, I just
can
lost my train of
Say
thought.
well, a lot of you lost it like
Wallahi,
that.
just lost it like
That's
that.
that might be the craziest one.
from
wallah.
Allah.
I didn't even say
That
that. I
might
just
be
said
the
it worked,
craziest.
fam.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it, fam.
yeah.
Alright, Wallah, I need
Fuck.
to.
All right,
Yeah.
Dad needs to go anyway. If it
Yeah,
comes back
yeah.
to you on the outro, let me know.
Yeah.
Boys, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure, man.
As always, next time we're gonna do something a bit more game related. I think.
Oh, I got one.
There you go. Go on.
I said so. Even with the like the thing in terms of when he went.
No, come on.
Obviously, when
dying.
he went to, I don't know what's happening,
Yeah.
but when he went to Tottenham, obviously, you know how nowadays we have like Fabrizio Romano,
Yeah.
and that you would see rumors circulating
Yeah.
prior to like
Yeah.
you're kind of privy to the transfer happening before
Yeah.
it happened,
Yeah.
then it happened, and you're like,
Yeah.
fuck, it happened. back then, bro, there was just no social
nothing.
media.
Bomber.
There was no nothing. Like you had to turn on the TV,
Yeah.
and then you're just seeing a press
picture.
conference. You're just seeing a. You know how mad it is? I wish I was. I wish I
went through that.
for that transfer. I know
it would be a massive shock.
It would have been a massive.
I don't know
shock,
if you lot watch it, but NBA is that now. NBA is still
NBA's
like that.
like that.
They don't know what's going on. They just dropped like, was it Johnny to Lakers? And
it's literally like that still. Yeah, there's no like from.
That's elite though, man.
Yeah, I
think
need
that's way
that.
better.
I would
Everyone
love
went crazy.
Imagine you
get
got
rid of that all of them.
In the nose, in the nose.
People were reacting on stream, like people on Twitch, like playing games or even in party chats.
Imagine LVP one, the news broke.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Imagine you turn on TV.
RVP kind of was like that because I just remember seeing
it came out of nowhere. Yeah.
No, but there must have been. It came out of nowhere, but there was in the nose. There was in the
Imagine you
nose.
turn on the TV, you see Robin van Persie sitting next to Cyril saying the little boy inside him was screaming for money.
That's gonna be crazy.
I'll go mad.
That's cinema.
I'll go mad.
That is cinema. But that's Leeds go football. Like, so we need to.
It's not just that. You'll talk about Van Persie again.
Imagine Michael Owen saying, if you can't beat them, join them. Imagine Michael Owen saying, if you can't beat them, join them. It's
mad thing, bro.
Liban, what's your question for the viewers? Just
My
before we go.
question for the viewers is, how many yellow cards did Jad receive in this episode?
What? No, it wasn't even.
It wasn't even this episode. It was our last episode.
Yeah.
Think excited, man.
Make your list, like, you know, in the comments. Make your list.
Okay.
Tell us what your top 10 is.
What's your top 10 traitors, Premier League related, and let us know why as well. I want to break down. Let us know who you support, etc. Boys, thank you for coming on as always.
Appreciate it. Always a pleasure, brother. Always a good time here.
My boys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe,
Come on.
make sure you comment multiple times. Join the Bruvvahood. We got some crazy stuff happening soon. Until next time.